Amazon Prime Air Drone. Let's start with the one you've probably heard about but never actually seen. Amazon's Prime Air Delivery Drone. Jeff Bezos announced this thing back in 2013, promising 30-minute delivery right to your doorstep. The drone looks like a mini helicopter mixed with a science project, and it's designed to carry packages up to 5 pounds. Sounds cool, right? Except more than 10 years later, it's still barely operational. Amazon has delivered maybe a few hundred packages total in test areas. Why? Because flying robots dropping boxes on people's heads turned out to be slightly more complicated than Amazon thought. Regulators weren't thrilled about thousands of drones buzzing over neighborhoods, birds kept attacking them, and people kept shooting at them thinking they were government surveillance. So yeah, your drone-delivered toothpaste is still years away. Zipline Medical Delivery Drone. Now here's a drone that actually saves lives. Zipline makes delivery drones that drop blood, vaccines, and medical supplies to remote hospitals in Africa. These things look like tiny airplanes and can fly over 100 miles per hour. Here's how it works. Doctors order blood, the drone launches from a catapult system like a fighter jet off an aircraft carrier, flies to the hospital, and drops the package with a parachute. No landing required. It just releases the box mid-air and flies back home. And this isn't some future concept. Zipline has made millions of deliveries in countries like Rwanda, Ghana, and now even parts of the United States. The craziest part? These drones have a better delivery success rate than human drivers. So while Amazon is still figuring out how to drop dog food without causing chaos, Zipline is out here literally saving thousands of lives every single day. Ehang 184, the flying taxi drone. Okay, now things get insane. The Ehang 184 is a drone big enough to sit inside. It's basically a giant quadcopter that carries one passenger. And yes, people have actually flown in this thing. You climb into a tiny pod, press a button on a tablet, and the drone takes off and flies you wherever you programmed it to go. No pilot, no controls. You're just sitting there hoping the software doesn't glitch. The company tested it in Dubai, and government officials actually rode inside it for demonstration flights. But here's the problem. Would you trust your life to a drone? Because if one motor fails, you're not gliding to safety like an airplane, you're dropping like a rock. Aviation experts have called it terrifyingly unsafe, yet somehow it's still being developed. China has approved it for limited commercial use, meaning right now, somewhere in the world, people are commuting to work inside a flying blender. Black Hornet Nano, the spy drone. The Black Hornet Nano is the size of your thumb, weighs less than an ounce, and costs $200,000. Let that sink in. This tiny military drone is smaller than a hummingbird, but carries cameras that can see faces from hundreds of feet away. Soldiers carry it in their pockets and launch it to scout dangerous areas without exposing themselves. It can fly for 25 minutes, stream live video, and even operate in heavy wind. The crazy part? It's almost completely silent. You could have one hovering 10 feet from your face and never hear it. Special forces units use these in war zones to peek around corners, check buildings for enemies, and identify threats before moving in. And because it's so small, enemy fighters often don't even realize they're being watched. The US military bought thousands of them, and honestly, the idea that $200,000 robot bugs are watching soldiers in combat zones feels like something out of a sci-fi movie, except it's very real. MQ-9 Reaper, the killer drone. Now we're getting into military territory. The MQ-9 Reaper is not a toy. This is a full-size unmanned aircraft that carries Hellfire missiles and laser-guided bombs. It's 36 feet long, can stay in the air for over 24 hours, and is flown by pilots sitting in control rooms thousands of miles away. The Reaper has been used in every major US conflict since the mid-2000s, and it's responsible for taking out high-value targets that would have required risking human pilots. But here's where it gets controversial. These drones can strike anywhere, anytime, controlled by someone on the other side of the planet drinking coffee in an air-conditioned room.